Other than that, not a lot of effective stuff. Almost like watching the Globetrotters, Curly Neal, you know, dribble all over the place, but the ball's not going in the basket. You know, Porter has to find a way to put the ball in the basket.
Felt like a Porter round those. We come with 2 to go. ESPN Friday Night Fights presented by Cerveza Tecate con Carácter and empowered by Burger King, who reminds you to have it your way. Well, we're glad to be in Cleveland for Friday Night Fights, home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And apparently they got into Brian Kenny's closet, his junior prom tuxedo on display at the Hall of Fame. Let's look at Teddy Atlas's scorecard here, 77-75. Who would have thunk this? Shawn Porter came in so confident, 10 knockouts, 12-0 record, fighting in front of the home fans, but he has had a tough go of it against Russell Jordan. Remember, Jordan landed that big right hook in the second round, and he's had his moments. The work on the inside, and he jumps back out, does Porter. Jordan's come off the gas pedal, just a tough cheer, and the way they're going. Tries to tie up that left hand of Porter.
Let go of that hand.
You know, both of these fighters are in an uncharted territory here, Joe. Jordan, he's never been past the 8th round. He's been 8 rounds 2 times. He's never been past the 8th. And Porter never passed the 5th round before tonight.
Porter seems to be working more in these later rounds.
Well, he's in a better place.
Short left hand on the inside, followed up by a right hand.
Well, Porter's in a better place being the shorter arm man. You know, it's a little easier to move your hands when you're the shorter guy in close than it is when you have long arms. You have long arms, you got to shorten up those punches like Jordan does on the inside. A little harder to do, and to be the boss on the inside. When you're the short arm guy like Porter, like right there, that's the place you want to be. And again, we're looking at the offensive responsibility when Porter gets in. It's been okay when he's gotten inside. Don't forget the defensive responsibility. He must get his head into a safe place, not in the middle. Into a responsible place.
Mouthpiece comes out again. Porter keeps working.
Well, Porter keeps working, and Jordan keeps giving up his height. Keeps coming in. Lands that right hook again. Again, one punch by Jordan. You would have thought that maybe someone would have told him in the corner tonight, put something with that right hook.
It's that exchange on the inside.
Stay there.
It was the left hand that knocked loose that yellow mouthpiece of Russell Jordan. And now, Randy Jonas.
I don't agree with this. I'll tell you why.
This is a horrible point deduction.
Yeah, I think it's horrible because if a guy has been showing all night that he's spitting it out to survive and to try to get a rest, get a reprieve, get an advantage, okay, take a point away. But he got hit with a left hook that dislodged the mouthpiece. He didn't spit it out.
That is not the intent of that rule, the Diego Corrales rule, at all. We'll discuss that more when we come back. Punch of the night is brought to you by Just for Men Hair Color Teddy. Round 2, right hook, Russell Jordan.
And here it is right there. And that's a good picture right there. A good picture for Jordan, but not for Porter. But if it was the punches, not the punch, but plural, punches of the night, that might have been the end of the night for Porter. Because Jordan, single shot, instead of the combination with the left hand behind it, if he put the hand behind it, well, maybe he wins the fight. Maybe he gets the game-winning basket like his namesake, Michael Jordan, used to do.
But instead, Porter was able to get through that moment, to continue doing what he was able to do, and then I feel, Teddy, in the last few rounds really take control and be more the aggressor, including a 10-8 ninth round because of a point deduction by referee Randy Jarvis for excessive mouthpiece. In other words, Jordan losing his mouthpiece. But that is not how that penalty is to be put forth. That's supposed to be a situation where a fighter is purposely spitting out his mouthpiece to gain an advantage of time.
Yeah, I mean, you have rules that are put in place for the right reasons. It's up to the administrators, in this case the referee, who's the administrator of the rule, to make sure it's applied in the right place. It was not applied in the right place right there. A punch took that mouthpiece out of his mouth.
He landed a left hook.
Yeah, you know, he didn't say, I'm tired, I want a reprieve, I want a pit stop here and spit it out. He got hit a left hook.
Punch out. Come on, punch out.
Final half for the final round here. Minute 20 to go. Inside work from Porter again. Porter could be bringing home a victory to the home fans here. Harder earned than would have been thought. And you know, nonetheless a win.
You made the point that Porter's taking a little control of this fight, and I think that it took some rounds. I'm taking nothing away from Jordan making it difficult and being much more durable than I thought he would be. I did not think he'd be here at this stage in the fight. Jordan decided he would be here, and obviously that's more important than my opinion, what Jordan thinks, and that's why he's still here. But I think that part of the reason Porter has taken control, it took him some rounds to settle down. In front of his home fans, he wanted that knockout on national television, and he may have tried for it a little too much early on.
And he had a little too much of an opponent opposite him who was willing to be here all night long.
And again, all night long, Porter's had no problem getting close. His only problem is he hasn't been able to get rid of Jordan, who's been more determined than he has been in the past, and than I thought he would be in the present.
Good effort by both men. They go the full 10. They both were cut. They both landed good shots on the inside, and the fans here appreciated it. We will return and hear from the judges. Shawn Porter trying to move his mark to 13-0 when we return to Cleveland. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas back with you in Cleveland. Teddy's scorecard reads 97-92 for the hometown unbeaten prospect. Let's hear what Thomas Schreiber has to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Both judges, Tom Miller and Phil Rogers, are in agreement, scoring it exactly the same, 97-92. And Judge Gene Glenn scores it 100-89. All in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. And now the NABO Junior Middleweight Champion, Showtime, Shawn Porter.
So Gene Glenn did not give Russell Jordan the second round when he almost knocked him down with that right hook?
Well, I didn't want whatever he's drinking because, you know, I guess it makes you feel good, but you don't see things good. I just don't understand that. But what I do understand is we learned a couple of things here tonight. We learned that Porter needs to improve. He needs to get rid of some of the amateur habits. He's not the puncher that his record would tell you. He's a prospect, but he's not the puncher the record would tell you. And we also learned that Shaquille O'Neal, as great as he is, you know, Superman is great, but don't underestimate the powers of Spider-Man.
Russell Jordan. Hey, that was a fun night here in Cleveland. Good action, a lot of room for growth with Shawn Porter, but he is a young talent indeed. Now 13-0. Here's BK.